right. So this Dwergar just gets rocked by this guy. And I gotta put some dots on him. As one of the lizards just comes up and just does like a huge chomp on him, and he's like, "Wow, wow, wow, wow!" And you hear shouting from behind him.
Themselves seem to be handling the cold of Icewind Dale.
Well, you've noticed that since you've been in here, the entire keep has a warmth to it, probably because of all of the forging and all of like the molten rock and ore that's sort of here in the center. So the none of these creatures have been exposed to it. And as somebody who speaks do you speak Undercommon, or is it Dwarf that you've been using?
Undercommon.
Undercommon. You know that like the Underdark is a place that has like climate zones within itself as well, and so and usually they're vastly different than what's directly above them on the surface.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know that they I mean personally know that they may not be as cold, but I'm kind of curious how the lizards do are doing with the cold per se. Not that it's frigid in here because of the forges, but they brought them, so I'm thinking that there has to be a reason for it.
Well, so clearly they were using them. You're not sure what they were using them for. They were keeping them somewhere, and all of a sudden they emerged when like all hell went down. When like they realized, like you ran into the room with Zardock and started like battling. But yeah, you're not entirely sure. There appears to be several things going on here that you're not really sure what's happening. But with Chris back, if or Mike back, I should say. Chris, do you want to start going, and then when we hit Dolan's turn, we can pause.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool. So in that case, it is your turn, sir. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to take the perception roll that we talked about.
Okay.
And see if I can identify a leader or a alpha. Perception. I am not rolling that with disadvantage. I perceive nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what. From where you're standing right now, you can see that there are two of these Quaggoths. There's one right here that you've hit once or twice. There's another one over here by Novakri, and there's another one that you can see up at the top of like the dais, or like the floor that you can see is like literally like a scaffold that can be raised and lowered throughout the fortress. But you can't really see much more in the room. So if there is a leader, it doesn't appear that one of these is them. These just appear to be kind of more minion-esque than anything.
Okay. Then I will continue wailing away on the guy in front of me.
Okay. Let me get some stats up in front of me, and you can swing away. Go right ahead.
What the hell? What's going on? Give me a second, because this doesn't seem to be...
Yeah, that's cool, man.
No there we go. So it's not the unarmed strike. Alright, what the hell is my computer doing? Alright, so first normal strike.
That is a miss.
That is definitely a miss. So
You
second
can
strike.
you can start swinging anytime you want, Rothgar.
That is also a miss.
Well, then I'm going to.
Oh no! Oh no! What's happened to the mighty Rothgar?
I'm still hurting.
Apparently.
He's taking practice swings like in golf.
All right, that is a hit. That is a hit. Even without the +1, that is a hit. And is it 6 bludgeoning?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And with that, I will put a red mark on him as well. He did not appreciate that. Are you going to move or do anything on your turn?
No, if I move, it's going to provoke.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know. Do you want to move? You can
No.
always move. All right. It goes over to Ziada. Ziada, you have one of these things right in your face right here. And you are the one with the best vantage to see this other group that came swarming into the room.
Okay. First thing, where is it? Right here. Oh, come on. Give me my stats. I'm going to swing at this guy in front of me.
Okay.
Nice. 21.
That is a hit. Yeah, that is a hit.
Roll 1,000 dice. 6.
All right.
And then I'm going to move here. And I am going to shield bash this guy.
Okay.
So that is athletics versus either athletics or acrobatics.
All right. Let's do this. No, wrong number, Tom. 2, 2. Now, with the shield bash, because you have not broken your dagger points off of that, don't you do damage because you beat the AC?
No, I think it's just like because he kind of stopped that from affecting him.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember what we did with it. So okay, cool. All right. So you attacked once. You moved over.
Yep.
You shield bashed.
Second attack. Finished off 15.
15 is a hit.
All right. 7. Damn.
Okay.
Rough. Let's see. No, that was my bonus action. Right. So, yeah, I guess that's gonna do it.
It does get him down a little bit. So you do get a mark on him, but that's about all you took off of him.
Yeah.
These guys have some health. They got more health than the standard Dwergar do. All right, it's Loki's turn. Loki is at the bottom of the tower over here, had stealthed and utterly confused this giant lizard that was on his heels. And that giant lizard on its turn just kind of hung out where it was, not knowing what to do next.
Yeah, Loki is going to what do we got? How much? 80 feet, right? It's probably got. Oh, actually, it's kind of close. We've got a guy right there, but no, we want to try and take someone out that I think it might have to be try and hit this guy up here.
Okay, and just for a little explanation over here, at the end of last session, Chris just amazingly commands these two lizards to go attack the other Dwergar, and one of them made it over, kind of blocked the other one, and scored a natural 20 because I rolled it at the start of this, and brought this guy down to like bloodied with one critical bite. So that's what's going on over here.
Yeah, Loki doesn't want to, be a part of that at all at the moment. It's like, yeah, you can keep that over there. So he is going to try and short bow up there where he can have some potential sneak attack. 22.
22, even with the little bit of cover that I gave this guy, is a hit.
So that's going to be 12 points of damage.
Wow! I'm glad that wasn't a crit. Okay. Let's put another mark on this guy after that. Pachoo!
And then what he's going to do is he is going to... Yeah, run over here and hide. With the bonus action. Because he finally got it.
Finally worked out.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, yeah. So I was going to have I'm like going to move the curtain aside. I was going to give a percentile that one of the Dwergar at the top looks over the edge and saw him down there with a high enough perception. I'm not even going to roll it. Yep.
In the shadows.
This guy's good. All right. That was Loki's turn. He attacked, hid, moved. Is there anything else on the turn, or is that all?
I think that's it.
Okay. Novakri.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry again. It should be 1 extra damage because of the extra ammo.
The quiver.
Is the ammo.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what. It doesn't kill him, but it does still make him blooded. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I am going to shift down here. And I need a DC 15 wisdom save.
From the guy right next to you?
Affirm.
Okay. What is their wisdom? They do have a plus. It's not much, but they do have a plus. What we got? Not enough.
Okay, he takes 16 psychic and he must move away from me at his speed.
Well, I was about to say, I just looked quickly and I was like, oh, and I was going to be like, they're immune to psychic. And then I'm like, nope, they're immune to poison. They are not immune to psychic. So this guy's going to take 16 damage. I'm going to give him a marker. It's close enough. I'll give him a marker. And on his turn, he has to run away. Obviously, he can't do it right now. It's not-
Immediately. Use his reaction.
Oh, he uses a reaction. And how long does that last? Is it multiple rounds or is it just until his turn?
Just this turn, but he's also going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Hrothgar.
Yeah, because he's fleeing. He's not disengaging. Okay. So I'm going to roll a D4. 1 and 2, he's going to run to the left side of the platform. 3 and 4, he's going to run to the right. Hrothgar's going to get an attack no matter what. And so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's basically just going to run right there. Hrothgar, you get an attack.
All right. Well, I can't see anything because my computer is not working.
When you really, really, really don't want a monster in your face, dissonant whispers.
When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it's just wah, wah, wah.
Yep.
So you took a 5-foot step, so you still have movement if you want it. You cast a spell. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
I'm going to continue move.
As you get right there, I'll say you start to realize this. You can start to see that down here. It looks like this passageway is a series of pens, and all the doors are open. And I'm going to say from like what you've seen so far is this is probably where those lizards were being kept before they were sort of unleashed out into the battle.
Okie doke. Okay, that's me.
All right, and then Chris, when you get a chance, take your attack of op.
Come on. Oh, there it is.
All right, that was so it's a 13 total to hit.
No, I think it's a 12.
Okay, in that case, it is not a hit. So you swing as this thing like just flees in front of you away from Noakri, and it just like ducks its head as your halberd just like cuts across its shoulders. All right, that brings us to Dola. I'm gonna shoot her a text just to see if she's still en route, like she said. Mike, does your like when you cast psychic spells as a Kalashtir or whatever your race is, do you do additional damage because of your sort of like psychic nature, or is that just that's not a thing?
No, but it's there's no advantage to it as far as damage wise or attack wise. I do get some resistances and advantage on wisdom, but that's about it.
Okay, cool.
The rest of it is just badass backstory.
It's a badass backstory. So is anybody else supposed to be getting snow tomorrow?
Yeah, anywhere from 4 to 10 inches, I think, is the latest.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep, school's already canceled.
Yeah, we
Okay.
yeah, my Sarah just found out that both of the colleges that she teaches at have been closed for tomorrow, which is unusual because one of them will close and the other one will stay open, and then she has to sort of figure out what duties she has to perform on that particular day.
Yeah, they haven't closed the school here yet.
Nothing yet here, but schools up here up here love to wait until the very minute to cancel.
You know, the classic tradition: you wake up at 5 a.m. on a snowy school day to watch the ticker at the bottom of the TV screen, see whether your school comes up or not. Although it felt a little, not, I can't say cheated, but it was a little, well, maybe it was cheating, because when your mom's a principal,
Yeah.
you they get
You've
called
got
before it
inside
shows up.
edition,
Yeah,
inside
before the
information.
ticker goes up, you know. Yeah, it was the, you were like, oh no, I know we don't have school tomorrow. I got that.
So Mom stopped getting ready.
Yeah, when mom went back to bed. Well, that's the one thing that I will say about school administrators is even when the school is closed, the administrators are still expected to go in. But it means
Oh, yeah.
maybe mom doesn't go in as early. Maybe she doesn't go in as early. That's all.
So you guys know those little figures you can buy at Walmart with the pre-painted ones?
What kind of figures?
D&D figures.
Oh, like the ones like the D&D minis.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, I seen those.
my wife got me a set. Um, the the paint job is just horrendous, but the casting itself isn't bad. So taking paint off and repainting them, cool though.
Cool. Like, were they just like classic D&D icons, or like what were the figurines?
One is a human fighter, the other is a dragonborn cleric. Then one is supposed to be quote unquote Drizzt Do'Urden, and then a mind flayer.
It's that. I mean, those are some pretty classic and iconic things. I guess there's a set of minis for this game. I don't think it's all of the creatures and monsters and characters, but it's a lot of the big ones. I Some people say it looks pretty cool, some people don't. Because we don't meet in person, like the minis don't do anything for me at the moment. But we used to all take turns buying packages of minis back in the day. And then a buddy of mine who used to DM all the time would go to like the dollar store, and you know how you can get those giant bags of like plastic skeletons or little army figures or whatever, and he would bring those to the sessions, and then we would use those as the figurines and the minions that were on the board. And it was cool, like if you were like fighting undead, that there were just all these random skeletons all over the board.
Yeah, it's one of those
That sounds
make
cool.
do with what you have at
Yeah,
the time.
exactly. Yeah. Well, when the budget was like, yeah, I have money for gas to get here this weekend. You're like, yeah, I
Right.
can spend $1 for these figures, but that's all I'm gonna do. So
And you were the cool guy at the table.
That's
yeah,
what you always tell yourself, anyway.
I feel good about myself from this. Actually, I don't know if Dolan's ever brought it up, but Dolan started using like was it Sculpey, and started trying to make figures for the games at one point. She made I remember she made a harpy figure, and she was playing some of the monsters while my buddy Murph was running the game, and she played this harpy that I was playing a ranger, and I just couldn't hit it, and the harpy just kept like fly by attacking me with its talons, and it was so frustrating. And the figurine just like it just was so annoying to have this figurine of the actual thing that was fighting you. It was awesome and yet sucked all at the same time.
So at the end, the harpy was in pieces, is what I'm saying.
Well, no,
And I
that would
don't
have
know
been.
how, but
You hope it was a miracle, but uh, I will say I had self control for that. I did not break that piece,
that piece.
but I did. Well, I don't know if it was that same weekend or not, but I had read there was something I'd seen on like a Reddit post or something that somebody came up with a game for like in-person sessions where you had to make a wizard staff, and the wizard staff was every time you finished a beer, you duct taped the can to the next can, and then you tried to make the staff as long as you could. But at the end of the session or at a certain point, the DM would call, and then anybody who had a staff had to battle each other with the staffs. And who's ever got broke apart the least would get a boon, like maybe a +1 to your wisdom, or you would get this or get that. And those got broken. Those definitely got broken.
So you played Wisest Wizard, and also D&D. Okay.
So I didn't know that was a game.
Yeah.
I've learned something new.
You were explaining it, and I'm like, yeah, I know.
I like before we did it
I've
that
been
time.
here.
Before we did it that time, I'd never done that before.
Yeah.
It was just like what it led to was just some really drunken play, and then just like I don't even know what we're doing anymore. So we're like, all right, we did this once. Check off the box. We're done. Move on. So
Right.
What do you mean I can't cast any more spells? You have no spell slots left. I have a staff. I have a wizard staff. I'm casting spells. Okay. All right. Yeah, sure you can. All right.
I have a wizard staff and a wizard hat. Nope, those are just your pants.
Your pants are on your head. Yeah, good job. So I have not heard back from Dolan. So I guess we have two options. One, I don't mind hanging out and waiting, but I don't want to keep people or if somebody wants to try to jump in and control her or do something, or I could do it. I don't want to do that without like a group okay or a group decision about it.
Or we can just say she casts Destroy Them All and we walk out of this with the loot.
I forgot she had that. I forgot yet again, just like the mass heal spell that she had that she pulled out. I forgot she had Destroy All Monsters.
Well, it's called Fuck 'Em All Up.
Fair. I was going with more of like a Godzilla movie title more than anything.
I do not. Her thing is not on D&D Beyond in our campaign that I see.
I have hers. In front of me. So like she, if she's been honest, she looks like she's been honest with her spells, or maybe not. I don't know. And she can't cast spells right now because she's a wolf.
Right.
So
she definitely had some other spells left. I know that. And
yeah,
I think she's got pack tactics. So I think so if she comes over here, she would have advantage, correct?
yes, if she has an ally within 5 feet.
Maybe there. What do we think? Let's go to this one and have her attack.
Okay. And I think she is. What is she? Does she have a list of her shape? I know, like obviously, I know she's a wolf. Wild shape. Combat wild shape.
Is she the one that she's the really strong
She's not a dire wolf. I know she's not a dire wolf.
No, but she's the strong kind of druid with shape-shifting, right? She can do it as a bonus action.
Yes.
That means the CR is only divided by a third
well, she's a
or something, whatever.
she's a moon elf, which allows her to conjure or wild shape into higher CR creatures, because when she turned into the giant spider and I was like, you can't. I think I talked her out of the game. I was like, you can't do that. It's too high of a CR, and she was like, no, I can.
Yeah.
CR creature. I'm just creature CR IV.
And then the DM looked at your character sheet.
No, she is a dire wolf, and so a dire wolf is I just pulled it up. Is +5 to hit. And then it's 2d6 +3 piercing damage. You get there's strength saves to be knocked prone if you get a hit, and pack tactics. Wolf has advantage on attack rolls against a creature if it has an ally within 5 feet. So yes.
All right, I'll throw 2 out there.
It's a good thing you get the 2.
Yep.
And a 17 is a hit.
Well, I don't know what her plus to hit is or whatever.
Oh no, I'm sorry. So it was she has a plus. The 17 is a hit on its own, but she has a plus. She has a +5 as well, so it's a 23. So definitely a hit. And then the damage is 2d6 +3.
6 plus 3. Ugh. 6.
All right. Well, it's still wearing them down, and I'm going to put a mark on them. It's chipperoo. And then so she is where, right here, like sort of just south of you right now.
Yeah, she's. I'm thinking at this point. And then does she have 2 attacks?
It's a good question. Let's find out. Actions. 1 attack per action, and as the dire wolf, it's just 1 attack as well.
Okay.
All right. So
level 5. 6.
As a druid, yes, 6, and as a
Yeah.
druid, still 1. Yeah. I think the balance is that the access to higher level spells kind of equates to less battle unless you transform it into something that has multiple attacks. So, all right. So she moves there. That's that. I would have both. I think you and she are the only people that can notice this. If you want to give me a perception check. You definitely notice that of the Quaggoth that ran into the room, some of them look kind of messed up, like they have their bodies are like looking leaner and more wan than like the rest of them, and you're kind of in the middle of battle, so you just glance over, but you get a good enough look to see that some of them look like they have these weird bumpy growths all over them that are sticking out of their body. And in the middle of them, it does appear like there's one that seems to be bigger that's kind of barking orders. But I believe with that, it is time for the monsters to do something. And so I'm just going to go across the room again. And so, speaking of the big guy's going to take a step back and go right here. And then these guys are going to move up. So let's get off that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This guy's going to step up to here. That guy can only get to right there. This guy is going to run around, sees shit going on over here, and doesn't know better. So 5. He's going to provoke. He's basically going to run up to get as close. Yeah, you can get one more. Get right next to Novakri, but can't do anything because he double moved. This one is just going to follow suit and get to like right here. They don't know, so they're both going to provoke. I can't play them that they're not going to do that. All right. So the 2 that are on the bottom, they can't do anything this turn except the 3 at the bottom, but 2 that just ran up. So they're both going to provoke from Rothgar. So Rothgar, if you want to take, I believe you're going to get attacks of opportunity because they both crossed within your 15-foot reach.
Only 1 because it's a reaction.
Yep.
Oh shit! All right. So do you want to do that on the first one or the second one?
The first one.
All right. Swing away. That's a hit. And that is 12 damage.
12 damage.
All right. And that is enough to put a mark on him. So you give him a good crack, but he passes through and another one runs up. On the plus side, nothing else seems to be coming out of the doors over here. I'm gonna take care of. I'm gonna leave that giant lizard up there because it doesn't know what it's doing. I'm gonna take care of these guys first. So the guy that backs up because he's barking out orders and saw an arrow fly out of nothing. Um, Points its finger at Ziada and kind of like intones this like and Ziada, your armor starts to heat up and you're going to take 2d8 damage as it casts heat metal on you.
Okay.
Oh my god. Roll 20
Mine's
does
better.
not like me. Roll 20 does not like me at all. So you are allowed to try to like take your armor off on your turn if you want to avoid any further damage, but because it's on you, you can't just do a reflex to drop it. Unless you have some ability that you can mist out of your armor or something.
Not yet.
All right, I know it's work in progress. All right, the one that ran,
And I'm sorry, which one was that did that?
this one that backed up right here.
Okay.
So it had a little bit of cover around the corner of the. It appears to be the smartest of them. If anybody wants to roll me what are these things? These things are. They're humanoids. So a humanoid is history. If anybody wants to roll a history check, I could tell you more about Quaggoths. No takers? No problem.
I've got a big pedestal between me and that guy.
Ziada. All right. So Ziada, you
I've
know
dealt with
that
these pricks before.
apparently you know lots about them. So Quaggoths are like this really muscular humanoid race that scholars contend at one point lived on the surface, but were potentially either hunted underground by the elves before, like in ancient times, before the elves actually like went underground and became drow. So millennia ago, but they took to the Underdark and sort of became much more feral. But they live in packs that are led by what are called thonauts, like Thonot. And the thonauts are like bigger variants of them that have like innate spellcasting abilities. Like they're not even spellcasters; they just have innate abilities. And they generally, because of their sort of size and power, control or can compel other Quaggoths to do their bidding. All right. So that was that guy. One guy ran up in front of Ziada and is going to take a swing at you. They get 2 attacks, so we're going to roll d20. They don't have flanking right now, so I'm just going to roll this, but they do have what do they have that? So they have this. Oh, one's a miss, but a nat 20 is going to be a hit. That's not a lot of damage, but I'll take it. All right, you will take 10 damage as one of this thing's run up, and the first claw misses, but the second one catches your shoulder, maybe because you're like wincing as your metal starts to heat up in the splint mail and just like rips across you, opening up a gash on your midsection. And then the one that is directly in front of you, that you and the wolf have taken a beating on, you notice that it sort of like starts to transition and goes into this like it just starts to salivate and its eyes kind of like roll back and it seems to be going into some sort of like frenzy. Does a 17 plus 5, does a 23 hit you?
22, but yeah.
Oh shit, you're right. Sorry, 22. So it's going to do. It's not a crit, but it's going to do, because once you bring these things down to a certain point, they literally go into like a blood frenzy. So they do additional damage. And you're going to take another 15 points of damage as this one slashes onto you.
Yeah.
All right. The two down here can't do anything. That thing cast its spell. Emerging out of the darkness up here is a Dwergar Hammerer, but they can't really do much besides just be automatons. So that's going to stop there. This one, the one that ran away, what can it do? What can it do, Novakri? Can it make a turn now, or is it still frightened?
You can perform as normal. That was just a one-time thing.
All right, so it looks around trying to figure out what to do and decides it's going to run back and try to attack Rothgar. Actually, can it make it at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? Yeah, I can make it back there. All right. So it is not wounded enough to do crazy damage, but it is wounded enough to try and get you. Does a 16 hit you, Rothgar?
Actually, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think this one's a
No.
miss. All right, and then the one down here that you've got almost dead is in that blood frenzy. So let's see if it hits you. This could bring you down. Oh, I think a 20 is going to hit you though.
Of course not.
All right, let's see what we got. 3d6 coming at you.
I'm dead.
Could be ones. I've already rolled a bunch of ones tonight, or not. 17 points of damage.
No, that's exactly what I had.
So at 0, you drop. So you drop. Give me a save.
Nope.
Okay, so you've got one fail in the death saving category. The lizards are going to continue to attack this Dwergar. I think they're just going to murder him, actually. So I'm going to roll 2d20, see what we get. I'm not going to worry about the pluses. Let's see what we get. So the 14 is definitely a hit. So it was just, hold on. It's just a d6. All right. But we'll roll this. All right. So this one takes another 5 points of damage, and he's almost dead. I'm going to put a red mark on him because he is almost dead. He is quickly joined by another Dwergar and is going to attempt to control these beasts and get them back under control. So I'm going to let them both roll. Let's see what they can get. Yeah, they're able to bring the lizards back under control, but that is their entire turn, and they don't understand what or how this is even possible. When you fall down, your miter of disguise falls off your head, and you turn back into the body of Rothgar laying on the ground. I think that's everything I'm going to move around for right now. Yeah, that's all I'm going to move right now. So it goes back to you, Rothgar. Rothgar, make another death saving throw.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God, that's 2 fails. Oh no! All right, Ziada, you're up. The guy right in front of you looks super bloodied. Ready to drop.
All right. Let's see. Because need to make sure. No, it's action. Okay. I am going to use Conquering Presence.
What does that do?
So that is my channel divinity, so that I can force creatures within 30 feet to make a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of me for a minute.
Okay. I think that's everything, isn't it?
I am about to put an aura so that we can see.
Yep.
Everything in
That's
there.
everybody except for one of the Quagraths. All right. They all have the same wisdom save. So I've got 1, 2. Actually, no, they don't. I have to change it up. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 7. Yeah, so there's 5 at this. So we'll do this. And it's a will save, you said?
Yeah, wisdom.
Wisdom, sorry, yep. All right, so I got a 5, a 5, a 19, an 11, a 15. And I'm just going to work my way down. So the Thonot failed. The guy at the steps failed. The guy that hit you made it. The guy that's almost dead failed. And the guy that actually, no, I'm sorry, I have to roll for those. So is it now that they run away from you, or is it on their turn?
This is just frightened, so they don't have to run away, but they can't come closer.
All right, I'm gonna put this thing on the ones that are frightened. That guy gets that. That guy gets that, and that guy gets that. Okay, and then I have to roll 2 more d20 for the other 2 because they have a very different modifier. And what was the save?
14.
14. All right, so the guy that's in front of, this guy is now frightened as well, so I got to put that on him. And the guy that's in front of Dolan, not in front of Dolan, I'm sorry. I didn't have to roll for him. That was stupid. So he made it, but he didn't have to roll. So that was that. So basically, with the exception of these 2, the 2 that are right here, and the guy that hit you pretty hard, all of them are frightened. They're going to run away on their turn.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do. Apparently I have this, so I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Nice.
I'm gonna put it right here and try and hit this guy. Or actually, if I could put it on that side.
So a spiritual weapon
flanking.
can, a spiritual weapon can literally be anywhere because it hovers. It doesn't actually sit on the ground.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have another sword that matches mine on the other side there.
All right, let's see if I can find you a cool S word. Oh, that's kind of neat looking. It's not crazy cool, but it's kind of neat looking. And I'm going to put it right there. And Kevin, you should have control of it. So
cool. Thank you. I can make a melee spell attack.
yeah, so your spell attack modifier you use for this attack.
Ooh, that's gross.
You have flanking, which makes it a 10. Oh no, which gives you advantage. What am I talking about? That's a lot better.
Yeah, so that is where'd it go? I think it's a D8. D8 plus 3. It has it right here. Cool. Roll it. 8.
And that is enough to kill this guy. And
That's what I was hoping for.
he is no more. I'm going to take him off the map. and put him into the graveyard I've got going on the map on the side. So yeah, he is gone. That was a good bonus action spell right there.
Yeah. Didn't remember I had that. So it was good to see. So that's everything I'm gonna be doing.
And it because I play in a couple different games. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is not anything besides. Is it a bonus action to move it, or is it some, or do you have to do something to maintain it?
It lasts for a minute, and I think it's. I'm not sure. Bonus action on your turn, you can move it and repeat the attack.
Yeah, if it's still next to an opponent on your turn, you don't have to do anything besides make an attack. But if you need to move it, and I think you move it up to 30 feet, you that's your bonus action if you choose to do that.
Well, it says you, as a
Or
bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the action against a creature within 5 feet.
Right.
So you can move it up and have it swing.
Right, but if the creature you were just fighting was still right there, it's going to do the thing that you told it to do last round on the next turn. So it's just going to,
and you still have to use your bonus.
Yeah.
to control
Otherwise,
it to
it's
do
just
the
gonna
same
sit
thing.
there.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
because technically you're quote unquote moving 0 feet and attacking.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, are you doing anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's all I got.
All right, cool beans. It is Loki's turn, Master of Shadows.
All right. I don't know what he wants to do right now, because this is an interesting situation that just developed in front of him, and I don't think he wants to be the target of
You want to phone a friend?
all of those guys. Let's see. I don't know exactly what he has. Let's see. Spells. A lot of these would kind of give away where he is. Maybe he'll cast like minor illusion to try and create some sort of maybe like image of something like running from here into that area, like into the room sort of thing.
Okay. So wait, which I was on a different screen. So which way is he running?
So he would create like an illusion that like runs into this room.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay.
Let's see. If you create a sound, because he can only do, I think, either an image or a sound.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So it's going to be kind of like a silent thing, and it's an intelligence check, investigation specifically, against the save, which is a 14. So he's going to do that and try and like have it be kind of like getting the lizard's attention and trying to run in like that.
It's the classic like Tom and Jerry female cat or mouse that's just sort of like winking. So it's a female giant lizard running into the room.
Right.
Here's a question for you: Are Quaggoths territorial?
They are when they're in the Underdark. They usually have like clans, or I think they call them moots. They're sort of like packs that roam together.
Okay,
But
so can we have the minor illusion be another leader Quaggoth challenging with control?
I'm going to say that he probably doesn't know that, nor can he really see it, just because of like all the shit that's going on in front of him.
Okay, fair enough.
But he can make something run in there, and I will roll couple. I'll roll 4 intelligence checks to see if these guys buy it. First 2 will be lizards. Second 2 will be Dwergar. All right. And what did the lizards need to buy it?
14.
All right. So both the lizards buy it. And then the Dwergar, one Dwergar is sort of like, you sure? And I imagine, like, as he says that, like, the lizards that he just got under control are like, and like are pulling to chase whatever it was into the next room.
Nice. Good job.
And
Loki.
so, yeah, so I will say that goes down on their turn. Like, they can't move right now. But they will give chase on their turn. And I might give the one Dwergar a chance to stop one lizard, but it probably won't happen. That's with the way that I've been rolling so far tonight for the Dwergar. But all right, so Loki cast that. Is Loki going to do anything else?
You're rolling better
he's
than I
just-
am, so shut up.
Gonna be hiding around the corner.
Okay, I if that's the case, I won't make you re-roll your stealth because it was so high last time. There's like,
Cool. Not beating it.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's just it's amazing. So all right, Novakri, your turn. You see Rothgar go down. You've got another one of these Quaggoths like right in your face. This one though, this is one of those ones that has these weird like bumps and growths on it. And now that it's right in your face, you see that it's got it literally looks like mushrooms growing out of it.
Ooh.
It also looks like it's a lot weaker than the other ones that you've been fighting. In fact, I didn't mark that appropriately. I should have done this. Let's make this.
Can I do a nature check?
Yeah, you could do a nature check. That's fine. I got to do this. You could do a nature check, or you could do nature or survival.
Well, I already rolled the nature, so we'll just go with
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. You recognize this because you saw these before, but they were on humans, and you remember that there was that they were called spore servants, and they had all these gross like mushrooms and like tumorous fungal growths popping out of their skin because they were dead, and then they had this spore powder poured all over them, and it brought them back, and they reanimated as these like undead mushroom things that are called spore servants.
Oh, yummy. Oh, boy. Okay, economy of actions here. What is this circle right here? Is it solid?
The yellow circle?
No, this circle right here.
I'm not seeing anything on the map when you're clicking on it. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Are you talking about this thing right here?
Yes.
All right. So that's like a big statue on a pillar.
Okay. So I am going to be provoking. Provoke an attack.
Okay.
I don't have any choice.
I don't think it hits you.
No. Probably the only thing won't hit me.
I mean, it has a plus to hit, but it's not enough.
Okay. So bonus action healing word on Rothgar.
All right, Rothgar, you gasped back to life as Novakri yet again raises you from death with eight points of healing.
He pulls a Chumbawamba.
I get knocked down. I kill Quaggoth again. All right.
And that is all of my spell slots. I am Winchester.
This is a battle. This is a battle. All right.
But that doesn't mean I don't have any tricks.
Listen, any character who has a laser rifle, are they ever really out of options? Just saying. All right, we go back, and it is Dolan's turn. Dolan is. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
Nope. On the Spore Servant that just took a swipe at me.
Yes.
Rolled a 24.
Oh my god.
Critical.
Yep.
8 radiant damage.
Yep. And then
Critical
is it
6 radiant damage.
so? It's 14 total points of damage.
Radiant.
Yeah. It's dead. This one's dead. You killed that one.
Worth it.
All right, another one goes into the graveyard. Oh, I'm sorry. I moved the wrong one. That's the one that just killed Hrothgar. No. This one is dead and can come off the map. All right. Okay. All right. It is Dolan's turn. What is the dire wolf gonna do? Also, Kevin, if you're gonna do the dire wolf, you muted.
He said he's taking a bio break.
Ah, well, in that case, I'm gonna go refill my tea. I will be right back.
Okay. Direwolf.
Dire wolf.
Gonna come up here. And actually, you know what? Situation down here. Pack tactics. On this guy.
Hey,
Unless
rolled
that-
a hit.
Which one did Mike kill? This one? Or Novakri?
No. So that one's frightened. I took the one that Mike killed. It was on the map down here. I took it
Okay,
off.
cool. Okay, so it's what? This? Actually, 2 of them.
Fishing for a crit. Oh,
Nope,
it was
we'll
close.
stick with the first one.
Yeah, but the first one is definitely a hit. Roll some damage.
I think
It was what was it? It was 2d6 plus 3.
so 8.
Nice. And it was so close. It's stilled up. It's not dead yet. Yep, only get the one. Oh, yes, strength check. I need to give you a DC 13 or DC 15. DC 13 strength check. 13 strength check. All right. These things they got some strength, so let's see. Yeah, it gets it. All right. So you don't rip it to the ground. All right. Next. So now we go back to the monsters. I'm going to give one just because I want to see what happens with this. I'm going to give one Dwergar the chance to like control the lizard. 12 is not enough, and basically all 3 of these, or all of these guys get dragged back into this room as the giant lizards start chasing the female lizard with like the eyelashes and the lipstick that they just saw run in the room. Well played. Okay. This guy is going to run up here and go around the corner because it needs to get away from you, correct?
No, it doesn't have to run away. But if
You're muted.
if it's
Oh, it doesn't have to run away. All right. So in that case, I think what I'm going to do is the lizard's just hanging out up there. I'm going to make this guy back up. Ugh, why is this doing this? Come on. All right. I'm going to make him back up, but he is. Hold on. I looked at this. Frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls when the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to its source of fear. Is there anything about that that says it can't look at you? All right, because if it can look at you, it's gonna continue to concentrate on heat metal, and you're gonna take another 2d8 points of damage. I just wanted to make sure, like, if there was like a runaway kind of thing, it would have broken its concentration, and that would have gone away. But that's why I was asking. All right, so 2d8, no pluses. All right, 9 points of damage. That is its turn. It takes a step back because it knows it can't move closer to you. These two, the one that's on the stairs is going to kind of like quaver a little bit and not know what to do. But this one, I think, is going to try to move away from you, and it will provoke. So, so you can take a swing at that one. I mean, if you want to. I had a feeling. Yeah. All right. This is another one of those ones that had that appears to have like whatchamacallit, like spores all over it. So you do a considerable amount of damage to this guy. And I will put a couple marks on him. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then down here, what are we going to do? All right. So I'm going to make this one. It just, I don't know. I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll a D6, 1 and 2, Novakri, 3 and 4, the wolf, 5 and 6. It can't get Rothgar, so no, I'm just going to roll a D4. Let's see. 3, so it's going to go after the wolf. So it's going to take 2 attacks at the wolf. Let's see what we get. Uh, 17 and a 19. So yeah, so armor class transitions over. Her AC is an 18, so only one of those hit.
was this one of the one
And
that
is
was frightened?
just a D6. 1d6 plus 3, D6 plus 3. Oh, all right, max damage. 9 points of damage on the wolf. It goes against the wolf's hit points, and I don't know if she was tracking the wolf's hit points. So for shits and giggles, the wolf has on average 37 hit points. Let's just for this say that it's down to 29 right now, because we'll just start it off like that. And if she comes back in and says it was actually at 15, we'll figure out the math from there. But let's just do that. All right. It was actually. It was. So it had disadvantage. So I will roll 2 more d20s, and if both of those are misses, no, one of them was a miss already. So it would have been another miss. So I'm just going to roll 1 d20, and if it is a miss, then that hit didn't happen. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head. All right, that would have a 16 would have been missed. So yeah, you actually don't take 6 points of damage. Son of a bitch. Good call. All right, but the next Quaggoth that's right here is not frightened. It's almost dead, which means it's swinging for the hills. 1 and 2 is the wolf, and 3 and 4 is Rothgar. Coming at Rothgar, swinging twice. See what we get. Does a 19 hit you, Rothgar?
Yeah.
All right, I think I'm going to bring you back down again.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, 12 points of damage. Down you go again. Give me a death saving throw. With a 12, you have a save. So that's cool. All right. The last one is going to try and work itself around the buddies to come up to the wolf that's over here. And it's going to take 2 swings at the wolf. This one is not frightened, so there's no disadvantage. What did I get? I got it. One of them is an 18, which is a hit. So it's 2d. It is not bloodied, so it's just going to be standard 1d6 plus 3. All right, this time, hey, look at that. This time it does happen. You do take 9 points of damage. So 37 and it's 9. 28? Yeah, 28. All right, so the wolf's at 28 HP right now. All right, that was the monster's turn. I'm going to move the hammerer down to here just for shits and gigs. And everybody give me a perception check that's not dead.
Dick.
Loki can give me one too. Loki hears the elevator door go ding, and there's some sort of like muffled confused sounding conversation that's occurring in there, but I don't think Loki speaks the language that's being spoken. Yeah. All right. In that case, it goes back to our heroes. Give me a death saving throw. Come on, a nat 20 and you're back on your feet. Kind of.
Motherfucker.
That's 2 fails, but you reset the clock. So you've got 1 pass and 2 fails. Son of a bitch. Oh, man. All right. Ziada, it is your turn. What do you do?
All right. Let's see here.
Actually, before you do anything, give me a... What would be... do you have Knowledge Arcana?
I don't think so. Where is it?
Also, you're muted.
I've got a... Really? I thought I unmuted. I have a +1 to Arcana.
That's fine. Give me... roll an Arcana check. See what you get.
No. 13.
Nice. All right, high enough because you've seen Novakri cast this spell before, and you realize like your armor is getting hot, it's burning you. You know that the only ways to get away from this spell are one of two. One, disrupt the caster in some way where they have to make a concentration check. Two, actually three. Two, get out of the armor so it stops burning you. Or three, get out of line of sight because it would require the creature needs to see you in order for this to work.
Oh, okay. Well, that breaks the line of sight that I have for the frighten on him, but I'm okay with that. Let's see. In that case.
How long does the frightened last?
A minute.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So let's go over here. I can actually turn the aura off because it doesn't stay.
It stays with you.
Hrothgar's down. Fucking coughing up blood again. Because every time he goes down, it's always a fucking nightmare. So I jumped down to break line of vision. I'm in real rough shape. Not as bad as Hrothgar, but I'm gonna throw down a Healing Hands, which gives 6 hit points to Hrothgar.
Right. Hrothgar, you're back from death yet again.
So now you're doing better than I am. So let's move and you know what? I've still got this bonus action.
Yes, you do.
And this thing has 20 feet. Let's go right there. Do I have to keep it in line of sight?
Yes, you have to be able to see it.
So then let's bring it. Let's see, 20 feet. We'll bring it across and try and hit that guy.
Okay.
So that's gonna be. Where's the. No, that's the wrong spell. Whoops.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. So 6 points of damage.
All right, this guy is. You got him over the critical threshold. He's almost there. He's in single digits.
All right, that's all I got with those.
All right, you brought somebody back from the dead. It is Loki's turn. Loki's up, and if Loki looks around the corner, is going to have a clear shot on a number of stuff and things over here.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of peek out. Let's see, we've got 80 feet. So there's a few. I think maybe just finish this guy off. Hopefully. Yeah, I think probably with the another arrow, because that's gonna be more low key. Walk over.
Nice. It's you won't get the spiritual weapon doesn't count as an ally though.
Yeah. Holy shit.
The 19 definitely hits.
Yeah, and then so 14 points of damage to that guy.
Yeah, he's dead. He killed that one. Yeah, and so I'll just take him off the map so it doesn't get confusing and put him in the graveyard.
Bloop. And then we're gonna just I thought it was gonna be a 17 on that, but still a 22 on the the hide.
You're in the shadows. You are in the shadows. Okay, Novakri, your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna take an op attack from the one in the yellow, the middle one.
Okay. All right, let's see what happens. One. You dodged one of these. Can you dodge another one? No, I don't think you're going to dodge this one.
No. How much?
Minimal damage. 4 points of damage.
Okay. One moment. Okie doke. But since I'm here, gonna free action a potion of greater healing to Rothgar.
Okay. You do. So, do you want to try to issue it to him yourself?
Well, if I can hand it to him and he can take it, well, but then again, he needs.
Well, if you hand it to him, he's going to hold a potion and then potentially get murdered when the monsters go.
Yeah, and we need him to be using his actions to attack. Then.
Well, what I'm saying is that you've used some movement, and then you could use your action or interact action to just sort of like reach over and drop it in his mouth if you want.
NASCAR style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you guys are shaking bacon right now.
Okay. Well, I'm out of movement, but chug at Rothgar.
I mean, Rothgar, if you don't want to drink it, it's fine. You can just spit it back at Novakri.
No, that would be rude.
So 12.
4d4 plus 4 was it all ones? What did you roll?
No, 44 plus 4. So
Oh
4
no,
minus
I'm sorry.
12, 2's average.
Yeah, I was doing something else in my head. I was like, well, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, no, that's fine. But yeah, Rothgar, 12 healing plus the 6 that Ziada gave you. You got to be feeling pretty good right now. Like,
Don't
not
spend it all
even
in
God
one-
himself could kill you.
No,
Don't spend it all in
losing.
one place.
All right, it is dire wolf time. Now, remember, you could always transform back and start casting some spells too if you wanted to, but you could keep dire wolfing it.
I think for the time being, dire wolf in it.
All right, dire wolfing it.
It's kind of working out. Is this guy still alive?
He is still alive. That's probably the biggest threat you have on the board right now because of like the rage attacks.
God,
Don't
well,
forget
he's still alive.
Don't forget advantage.
Oh, there we go. Here's the one.
That's
Oh
the,
man,
that's
I
the
thought that was
one.
a 4.
So did I. That's what's my screen because it's on the side of the tracker.
Right, and then it just went. Yeah, here's an 18. So
all right.
that means this one 7.
It had 4 hit points left. It is dead. You got it off the map.
Good.
All right. That still leaves 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Ooh. Is the wolf going to move or is the wolf going to stay right there?
The wolf is gonna stay right there.
All right. It goes to the monster's turn. The one that cannot see you, you can't see him, so you don't know what he's doing. He's gonna do something, but you don't know what he's gonna do. You know what? I gotta look something up because this is cool if he can do it. Can you do it? I hate it when it's not right in front of you. Is it? Okay, yeah, no, he can do it. Cool. So, he does something that You can't really see what he's doing. And all of a sudden, the quagga that was standing on the back of the stairs gets much bigger. And it can't come near you, but it can't come near you. What's it gonna do? It's gonna step down and start moving around this way. Damn you when you're frightened. Ah. All right, and then the one that's frightened is going to attack the dire wolf. See what happens. 2d20 plus 5. Both one of those hit. No, it's frightened, so it's got to roll. One's a miss, so it's got to roll once more and see if it is also a hit. That is not a hit. So nope, it misses twice because of your goddamn frightened. And then the one that's been hit before has 1, 2, 3, 4 possible targets. So I'm going to roll a d4, see what we get. A 4. It's going to take a step over, and it's going to attack Novakri. It is not enraged right now, so let's see what happens. One of those is definitely a hit, but it's not a big hit. It's not mad. It's not mad enough yet.
I'm not a big character.
All right. You're going to take 8 points of damage as it steps across and just like just rakes its claws across like the side of your chest, and just sort of like that. You feel the claws dig in, and just immediately a gashes start to open up. And as that happens, everybody at this point starts to hear the clamor and the motions and things that are happening inside the room over here. Nothing else has come out yet. And it goes to Rothgar. You're not dead. You're not dead. Do something.
Start by attacking the guy in front of me.
That's a good plan. I like it.
Yeah, me too. Now let's just see if I can get it to roll.
That is a hit. And that is it 12 or 13 damage?
13.
All right. I'm gonna that hit basically is like boom, and puts it right over the cusp of that for being like bloodied.
All right, then, since, shit is going sideways.
Shit went sideways 2 days ago.
Take my last superiority die.
Oh!
That will do a extra whole 1.
Okay. Hey, it's damage.
Fucking A.
And did that use a maneuver at all? Like something he's got to roll?
I'm just getting you the details. Give me a second.
That's fine.
All right, so it needs to make a strength saving throw DC 15.
Okay, let's see what it does. Strength saving throw. So it's not athletics. So I'm sorry, that was a D12, not a D20. Stop rolling D12s. Come on. All right, makes the save.
With triple
All right,
advantage.
Well, no, I rolled two D12s. Shockingly, I didn't pass it on either of the D12 rolls.
All right, so it's not my night. Follow up butt strike.
Definitely a hit. 6 damage.
6.
All right. It is in single digits.
That does not fucking help me. All right. I get no choice. Another attack. My last attack.
It's a crit. So how do you finish this guy off? Because you don't even you just do. What do you do?
I don't even care at this point. I just want to, I just want to live.
It's just I want to live, and you just bring your halberd down, like slicing it in two, and the body just like falls apart, just like a deck of cards separating as like gouts of blood hit Novakri in the face. Just like, oh God. Dead, off the board.
All right.
Do
What
you
I would one.
go?
Uh, all right, so I'm going to action surge,
Okay.
so I can take an additional action on my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just make sure everything lines up before I. Oh, good. He's one of the right. So I'm going to strike him. So the action surge, that's just one extra action. It's not like a turn, right?
So where you use the butt strike, and that is that a bonus action, and is the action surge a bonus action, or is it just a free action? It'll say right above it.
Well, let me go back to it. Action surge is a special. You can take one additional action on your turn. This can be used one time per short rest.
Yep. And so because you're using the attack action, it'll be 2 attacks. Just you won't get the butt strike. That's all.
All right. Does that count as the bonus action?
No, the bonus action was the butt strike that you took. If that's the language of it, then using the surge is just like an innate ability that you can trigger once per long rest.
Okay. Short rest.
Short rest, sorry. And I think once you hit a certain point, fighters get 2 of those per short rest.
Yeah, if he lives long enough, it's coming up soon.
All right. Well, you got 2 strikes on this guy. Try it out. $20. That is a hit, and that is 11 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. Put a mark on him.
You said it's 2 regular strikes?
Yes, 2 regular strikes. That is another hit for another 11 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. You got him to the halfway mark. Little bit past.
All right, so let me just check something real quick before I relinquish the rest of my turn. Unarmed strike. Dun, 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 dun. 2 weapon fighting, polearm, master, bonus attack. Shit. All right, so the polearm master, it's a bonus attack. The butt strike.
But it's a bonus action for that attack.
But does it count as a bonus action?
Yes.
Because it's the benefit of the polearm master ability.
Well, so the benefit is it allows you to take a bonus strike. Because
okay. No, I'm reading it. It's a bonus action to melee. So that's it. I'm done.
I think so. All right. I mean, you took one of them out. You brought another one to like halfway. All right. Are you going to move at all? You gonna flee? You going to drop to your knees and beg for forgiveness? What are you going to do?
No, I'm gonna stay where I am at the moment.
Maybe pick up your your hat of transformation of disguise there.
If I survive, I'll be more than happy to pick it up.
All right. Fair enough. Ziada, you're up.
All right, let's. I think I'm gonna have to heal myself up a bit. So I'm gonna go with. All right, I use this. My lay on hands. Wait, no, take them away. And unfortunately, that's all of those. So, that's my action. I'm going to I'll move up a little bit to give flanking, and then I will get my sword. Nice. So it'll float down to this guy.
Nice.
And just in range, and we're gonna try and hit with that thing. And we're gonna try and hit with that. There we go. Thanks. Shit.
Fortunately, not a hit.
Yep. And that was move, action, bonus.
Okay.
It's 3.
It is Loki's turn.
Loki is going to do some more peeking. At this point, go 15. Let's see if we can even see it there.
I don't know that he can see. I mean,
Yeah, he's hitting the wall. Like maybe that guy. So I'll have him run up like that. Stealth. Actually, you know what? Instead of hiding, because he's already hidden, he's gonna dash. And then we're gonna finish the movement. That 25 is kind of a killer. So he move, dash, dash.
okay.
So that he's not, forever away all of a sudden.
All right. So that total round move
That's
dash
it.
dash.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Novakri, your ninja friend has rejoined you from the shadows. What do you do?
I'm gonna move down here and take a shot at the big ugly.
The big guy or the guy that's almost dead over here?
The big guy, big ugly.
Okay. You pick up the weird thing. You squeeze the part of it, the bulbous part that clearly is like what fires, and it's like starts powering up. 22 is another hit. Wow, you are really good at that. Do you have like one shot left? Because I'd love you to not have it.
Negative, Tim. I got 27.
All right. Yep. All right. So you hit this thing. I'm gonna give it some wounding because you definitely take a chunk out of it. Are you gonna do anything else?
No, not much else I can do.
Okay. All right. It is the wolf's turn.
You're muted.
So, I think just gonna swing at this guy right here.
Okay. Advantage because of pack tactics.
1,
Oh,
2.
good thing for advantage.
Very good thing for advantage. Almost the opposite, but
I know. Almost.
not quite. 9 points of damage.
All right. 9 points of damage. I'm gonna put a red mark on it. It It looks like it's really close to like breaking into like one of those like frothing madness points, but you didn't hit it for enough damage. So good job. And with that, as we go to the monsters, the doors over here, you hear them kind of like swing open again, and emerging out into the room is a somewhat familiar face as Grandolpha Muskrat comes out, and with this booming grandmotherly voice just calls out, "Stop!" Also, all of what Chris just added to that. Yes, that's the sound of Grandolpha's
That's the
bones.
grinding of the gears of the forge and everything.
I was going to say it was Grandolpha's old bones, but sure, that's the sound of the gears.
I was gonna say
The
I was
gears
gonna
are
say,
grinding her old bones. She got stuck, so it's just like stop, fuck, ah. I knew
I was
there
gonna
was
say,
something we should
Chris-
install safety measures.
I was gonna say Chris speaks Dwergard now. Really,
Right.
Literally, that's the.
He's gotten so used to it. We look
Oh.
and he looks like the Dwergar again, but then the crown's sitting on the floor. She's like, "Whoa!"
How did this happen? So she comes out and calls for everyone to stop. And there's a moment where there's like this hesitation. You still hear the fervor of battle on top of like the battlements and everything, and then there's like silence as everything stops. And she proceeds to call out. She's like, Zarduk did not have our intentions in mind when he thought us to take down the surfaces. What are we doing here? Nothing that is good. I have no love for the surface or these people, but perhaps they've allowed us to see a way out of this mess. I, for one, plan to return to our home beneath, and I suggest all of you do the same. And she turns towards you guys, and she goes, "We will leave. You are free to go. Do not dally. Though I feel you may want to check the cells." And she nods up to the north, up in this direction. And then she turns, and with that staff, that crazy ratcheting sound starts to leave with her like Charlatan pseudo dragon tailing behind her. And like almost immediately, people start to like disperse and like just move out, including the Quaggoths.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anything that might give us some sort of control of the black dragon? That would,
The Charlatan dragon.
yeah.
You mean the little one? You want to see if
No,
there's
the
No,
big
no, no,
one.
no, no, not the pseudo dragon. The one that's attacking 10 towns.
Oh yeah, so like, do you mean like in the area that you're in right now?
Yeah, like if Zardoc had like unleashed something and had like some sort of control or something either up there or on him or whatever.
So yeah, if you want to give,
Self-destruct.
if you want to give Zardoc a
Shit, even in the future, nothing works.
if you want to give him
Those
a we ain't found shit. If you want to give his body a check, that's fine. I just want to give a quick look to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, because he has. Yeah, you see that if you go and inspect the body, you see that he has a crown, like this jagged black crown that's made of charlatan. He's got a gauntlet on his left hand that's like clawed and is also made of charlatan, and that's about. Oh, and you notice that he had something. He has something in his pocket that clearly has been pushed, and it looks like a kill switch. and you kind of think that might have been what he triggered when he first ran out of the room, and you guys heard the dragon like arise and leave the building, kind of thing.
So kill switch engage.
Kind
Got
of like, like if you guys shoot me, my hand drops off this and the grenade goes off, kind of thing. Only the difference is like he had a button that basically was like, in case shit goes down, I push this and send the dragon out to complete what my life's mission is, kind of thing.
Right. So it's more of a set off thing, not as much of a turn off as well.
Yeah, I mean, you might see it as a turn off, like that's not really your shtick, but yeah, it's an on, not an off.
Depends what you're into.
Yeah.
So unfortunate. Yeah. Excuse me. I mean, if everyone's kind of leaving, I guess we kind of see if we have any way of finding any sort of information about stopping that thing.
Or loot.
I didn't hear what you said, Mike.
Or loot.
Well, yeah.
So you get the feeling that you've been allowed to leave, but as far as looting goes, that probably isn't an option at the current point.
Now, in all honesty, fairness, she did say to check the cells up north.
She did.
Yeah, we're looking for the necromancer.
So if you guys go, and you don't have to move around the map for this, but if you guys go up there and go into the cells, and it's sort of like a 10 by 30 room up there, like rectangle that's just lined with 5 by 5 cells and every block around it. You see that there are 2 prisoners that are still being kept in there. One is a really meek looking person that appears to be a 10-towner that just somehow got roped into being brought here, whose name is Pico. And Pico Quint, actually, and he sees you guys kind of come in, and he's like, "Oh, please get me out of here! I have been here for too long." And you also see a couple cells down, an old woman. That the best way I can describe her is that if you can imagine old man Logan looking like, if you read Wolverine comic books, as a woman, that's what she is, and
less sideburns than I thought.
She's trimmed the sideburns back, but yeah, there's some scruff. There's definitely some scruff, and maybe even some light chin hair that the picture doesn't encapsulate enough. And as you see her, she kind of turns and she says, "I was wondering when someone would come get me."
Wonder no longer.
You're welcome.
About time. And I think right there would probably be a good point to hit pause for tonight.
Cool.
So yeah, so again, with some good rolls, bad rolls, some dying Hrothgar, which just seems to be the battle cry for Hrothgar. You guys did it. I'm amazed. There are still some. There's a bunch of shit in here that you guys clearly didn't get to, but I mean that happens sometimes. There's clocks that are ticking. There are a lot of Dwergar. There's at least 6 to 8 more of those Dwergar hammerers in here that you never even fought. So good job not dying. Good job. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked after the way that you got yourselves narrowed into a corner that this worked. But good job. Yeah, and we will pick up again next week, provided it works for everybody.
Cool.
Yep. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Good stuff, everybody.
Later.
Later.